Welcome witches to today's video, which is going to be a shelf by shelf audit. I recently did a book haul and then I recently did a book unhaul. Both of those will be linked down below or up above. I did a book unhaul because I built a little free library for the neighborhood and I needed books to add to it. I had more books than I could fit in there, but I'm still going to unhaul them and have them ready to keep it stocked. However, my neighborhood came out in droves and filled this thing. Great participation, absolutely love it. Again, I apologize for the mic. My mic broke, I need to order it. I'm kind of doing some batch filming today and yesterday, this weekend, trying to get ahead because I got behind, etc, etc. Let's go ahead and hop into our audit. My tripod doesn't quite go high enough to get this in view, so you're kind of curious. I did forget to mention I numbered all my shelves, one here starting up and going down all the way through, and we have 48 shelves. Some are much smaller than others. I'm going to be showing you the books I have not read. This would be shelf 1. This is one that's kind of like a mix of books. There's 7 total books, 3 read, 4 unread, for a total of 43% on this shelf. Classical American short stories: The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Braun, Les Miserables, The Odyssey. So this next shelf is just some fun silly ones like The Essential Swimmer and How to Make Yourself Poop by Runner's World. So I did not include this because we'll skip this shelf. The next shelf, obviously there's nothing there, skip it. The next shelf, I've read all of them, and I just have to say the only one I have not read is The Good Guy's Girl to Murder by Holly Jackson, and I got this from my little free library when I dropped off. So I feel like it's fitting, the only one I haven't read. So this is a total of 83% read. 8 books, all 8 have been read, 100%. Shelf 6, there's 12 books, 10 read, 2 unread. Brightly Burning by Alexa Dunn. Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. Shelf 7, 9 books, 6 read, 2 unread. I have not read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling, and Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald by J.K. Rowling. The next shelf, nothing on there, just where I keep my highlighters and my glasses and stuff. Next shelf is 2 classics, 1 read, 1 unread. The Iliad is the only one I haven't read. The next shelf, just fun, random old books. We're not counting. Then we have shelf 11, which I have read. There's 9 books. I've read all 9 for 100%. Shelf 12, 13 books. I have read all 13 for 100%. Shelf 13, 16 books. I've read 10 for a total of 63%. A Likely Story by Lee McMullen Abramson. The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. The High House by Jesse Greengrass. Earth Eater by Dolores Reyes. Beartown by Frederick Bachman. She's Up to No Good by Sarah Goodman Cafino. 14, 9 books, all read, 100%. Shelf 15, there's 15 books, 14 are read, 1's not, for 93%. The only one I haven't read is Showgirl by Nicola Harrison. Shelf 16, there's 6 books, 4 read, 2 not read, for a total of 67%. The Two Lives of Sarah by Catherine Adele West. A Lullaby for Witches by Hester Fox. We have shelf up there, shelf 17, 16 books, 6 read, 10 not read. 18, 3 books, all read, 100%. Shelf 19, 16 books total, 12 read, 4 unread, for a total of 75%. The only books I have not read: Fairy Tale by Stephen King, The Crimson Crown by Heather Walter. Shelf 20, 17 books, 12 read, 5 unread, for 71%. The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. The Witch's Heart by Genevieve Gornichek. Serenade by Avery Ames. This is, I DNF'd the first one, however this is by a local author and they are signed, so I won't be getting rid of them, but this will obviously mean the shelf is never read. I may end up just calling them read because they're DNF'd. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith. The Blackbird Oracle by Deborah Harkness. Shelf 21, 16 books, 13 read, 3 unread, for 81%. Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. This Will Be Fun by Evie Asher. The Lost Bookshop by Evie Wood. Shelf 22, there's 11 books now. I normally would have the Court of Thorn and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas, but I literally today let my sister-in-law borrow it. There's 5 books. Either way, it would have been 100%. So we're just going to count at this because I'm probably going to end up letting her keep it because I just really didn't care for the series, depending on how she likes it or not. So 11 books, 11 read, 0% unread, for 100%. on this shelf. Shelf 23, 10 books, 8 read, 2 unread for 80%. How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Namagatsu. Becoming the Boogeyman by Richard Chisholm. Shelf 24, there's 8 books. I have read 0 of them. These are pretty much all from my recent book haul, so that's why it's a 0% on this shelf. The next one right up there is shelf 25. This is kind of like non-fiction, where some I just want to read portions of it, etc., so I'm not counting that shelf. Shelf 26, this is more just books, again, that I'm not counting because they're like, I just want a piece of it or just a little bit, and they're not necessarily the books I'm going to read. Shelf 27, again, I don't have a mic, so you're going to pick up a lot of background. The husband and kids are playing video games in the other room, and I'm not about to tell them to stop giggling because they are having a wonderful time. So, shelf 27, 17 books, 12 read, 5 unread, 71%. The books I have not read are Hidden Pictures by Jason Recollet, Holly by Stephen King, The Center by Isha, The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon, Ghost Eaters by Clay McLeod Chapman. Shelf 28, 23 books, 19 read, 4 unread for 83%. We have not read Strange Pictures, Strange Building, and Strange Houses, or Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. Shelf 29, 22 books, 13 read, 9 unread, 59%. You Did Nothing Wrong by C.G. Drews. The Shining by Stephen King. Molka by Monica Kim. The Caretaker by Marcus Cleaver. Nothing Tastes as Good by Luke Dumas. Tourist Season by Bryn Weaver. She's a Haunting by Trang Ton Tran. The Witch in the Well by Camila Bruce. Stephen King, The Outsider. Shelf 30, 26 books, 19 read, 7 unread for 73%. Ethne's Cute by Jay Pinner. And They Lived Happily Ever After by Teresa Beharry. Meet Me in the Middle by Devin Daniels. Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. Kissing Kosher by Jean Metzler. The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. Shelf 31, 14 books, 9 read, 5 unread for 64%. First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. One and Only by Maureen Gu. The Heartbreak Hotel by Ellen O'Clover. Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. Lifestyle by Taylor Hand. Shelf 32, 26 books, 20 read, 6 not for a total of 77%. Back in a Spell and In Charm's Way by Lena Harper. Not Your Ex's Hexes by April Asher. The Catch by Amy Leah. Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. You've Got Mail by Marina Adair. Shelf 33, 16 books, 14 read, 2 not read, 88%. I Always Knew by Barbara Chase Rebound. Hilarity Ensues by Tucker Max. Over here, 2 books, both read, 100%. This is shelf 34. Okay, this is kind of in the way, so you will kind of not see it all, but this is shelf 35. 14 books total, 13 read, 1 unread for 93%. The only one I have not read is Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. Shelf 36, 16 books, 11 read, 5 unread, 69%. You Belong Here by Megan Miranda. It's Not Her by Mary Kubica. The Exes by Leodora Darlington. Famous Last Words by Jillian McAllister. An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. 37, 16 books, 10 read, 6 unread, 63%. The One Day You Were My Husband by Rosie Walsh. We Love the Nightlife by Rachel Collar-Croft. When You Are Mine by Michael Robinson. The Astrology House by Corinne Jade. The Hunting Wives by May Cobb. Girl Forgotten by Karen Slaughter. Shelf 38, 17 books, 10 read, 7 unread for 59%. Caller Unknown by Jillian McAllister. Mr. Magic by Kirsten White. The Escape Room by Megan Golden. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Everyone Who Can Forgive Me Is Dead by Jenny Hollander. The Family Experiment by John Mars. 20 Years Later by Charlie Donlia. Shelf 39, 13 total, 9 read, 4 unread for 69%. Dissection of a Murder by Joe Murray. The Last Session by Julia Bart. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. As the Wicked Watch by Tamron Hall. Shelf 40, 22 books, 15 read, 7 not, 68%. Friends in Napa by Sheila Yasmin Marakar. Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. Secluded Cabin Sleep 6, Lisa Hunger. Crafting for Sinners by Jenny Kiefer. A Nearly Normal Family by M.T. Edwardson. The Maid's Diary by Lorith Ann White. Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. Shelf 41, 0, there's no books there. The next shelf is 43. There's 5 books, 2 read, 3 unread for a total of 40%. We have shelf 44, 10 books, 7 unread, 3 read for a total of 70%. We've not read The Serial Killer's Guide to San Francisco by Michelle Chouinard. I hope I'm saying that right. How to Seal Your Own Fate and How to Cheat Your Own Death by Kristen Perrin. Those are the Only ones we haven't read on that shelf. Shelf 45, 10 books, 8 read, 2 unread, 80%. The only ones we haven't read are All the Good People by Ashley Flowers, Best Offer Wins by Marissa Cashino. Shelf 46, 11 books, 7 read, 4 unread, 64%. The Examiner by Janice Hallett, The Club by Ellery Lloyd, Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson, The Secret Lives of Murderers' Wives. Then shelf 47, we have 11 books, 5 read, 6 unread, for a total of 45%. The Labyrinth by Catherine Coulter, The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark, Mad Mabel by Sally Hepworth, A Deadly Episode by Anthony Horowitz, End of Story by A.J. Finn, The Last to Vanish by Megan Miranda. Last shelf, shelf 48. There is 14 books. We've read 9 and not read 5 for 64%. The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett. Anywhere You Run and What You Leave Behind by Wanda M. Morris. The Dry by Jane Harper. Heartwood by Amity Gage. That concludes the shelf by shelf audit. That brings our total books to 519. 371 read, 147 not read, for a total of 71%, which is kind of disappointing because last year I worked really hard to get that up to 80% and now it's down. A couple of things. One, I unhauled a bunch of books. Those would have really helped my odds in this be higher. And two, I have purchased a lot more books than I have been reading, which previously I had not done and I've been doing a really bad job on. However, I'm going to focus and get to reading some books. I'll see you in the next one. Again, this was something that was inspired by Gavin Reads It All, who I know was inspired by others. There's a lot of people doing this. I think they're really fun to look at. However, it is now bath time and shower time for the kids and I need to go participate. So thank you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, witches.